We're ready.
We're ready, and you've been paid in gold already, too.
I've been paid in gold. Nice. I got my booty.
You got it, Ty. Very good. So, are you having fun in Tampa at this Tampa convention?
You know, I'm having a wonderful time. It's been a wonderful experience coming back. I was here right after the pandemic, and it's good to see that the crowds come back, you know, and the people are kind. The weather's super hot, and the food is great, so I can't complain, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing then, right?
Yeah, a lot of seafood.
Very good, very good. So, what's your favorite character that you've actually done out of all the characters you've done?
Well, I think young Boba Fett is the most favorite character because I was 13 years old, and at 13 it changed my life forever.
It did. It put you on the map of everything.
You got it. So it really had a significant change in direction of how my life was to be, and I think I owe everything to that character. So I think he's my favorite. Yeah.
For me, I got to see Star Wars, the very first one, when it hit the theaters. That's how old I am. So it was an amazing experience because of Dolby sound and everything else.
Yep.
But after the first three, and then everything starts coming with all this mix of The Mandalorian and Boba Fett and all these other things, my interest dropped. But when I started to watch the series about Boba Fett and about The Mandalorian, it brought my interest back because those were really good pointed stories. Is that how you look at them?
You know, I think that we all have characters that we attract to and we wanted to see more as, especially being fans of the original series, is that we wish that we got to explore some of the characters that we found, favorable or we attached ourselves to in some form or way. And when they did bring out the Mandalorian and Boba Fett series, it was my era of Star Wars that I was fascinated with. I also liked the Ahsoka series. I thought it was pretty cool. But I think with so much content being released so quickly in between, you're quickly forgetting what you just watched, where when it came to the originals, there was 3 years between each movie, which gave you time to sit and digest what you had seen and the experience you had gone
through. The deluge of the information just confuses everything.
You got it. But when they're continuously just throwing more and more stuff out, your brain is just deleting the information you already had just to take in the new stuff.
That's a good way to look at it. That's really it. So, out of the original three, have you met any of them from the original three, any of the stars from the original three that, and if you have, let's go with the ones that made the biggest impression on you, the ones that you really wanted to meet anyway.
I was very fortunate because I was 13 when I got into the world. The original cast members were all so really generous with their time and their love, and they all took me under their wings like they were uncles or aunties to me. I met them all. I met Carrie Fisher. Carrie Fisher, she was a ball of energy, and she was such a sweetheart. I met the original Darth Vader. His name was Dave Prowse. He was kind of hardened like Darth Vader, you know, and he was fun. Peter Mayhew, he would teach me how to, conduct myself, and he would put me in check. Jeremy Bullock was just the sweetest heart, you know, and he was the original Boba Fett. And he kind of taught me how these conventions worked and how to conduct business and how to be. Kenny Baker was really fun. He was he was R2-D2. He punched me in my face a couple of times, I'm not going to lie, to put me in check. So I was very blessed to have these relationships with these people. Me and Anthony Daniels, even still to today, we have a very close relationship and a very close bond. He plays C-3PO. But I was one of the very few that, I think it's because I was so young that they felt the need to protect me and take me under their wings that I got to have.
But you knew what Star Wars was before you got involved in it, right?
No.
Nothing. So this was a brand new experience for you.
You got it.
And then you learned what it was. That had to have been really exciting now.
Then I became a huge fan. I grew up in New Zealand where we only had 3 TV channels, and it was during the eras of between episode 6 and 1 where there was no Star Wars for 16 years. So then when I ended up getting into the franchise, I started watching the films and I started immersing myself with this franchise, and to the point where I collected myself. I have probably over 150,000 Star Wars toys and collectibles. So you can pretty much say I'm a pretty big fan now.
You are a big fan.
Yeah.
So when you come to these cons, is it refreshing for you to actually one-on-one contact with some of the fans, many of the fans?
You know, it's amazing because I've been doing them for so long that I had parents and children coming up back in the day. And, you know, you never really think too far forward in the future. You just think about the now and the moment. And I would just try to give the experience to these kids that I wish that one day when I had a child, which I have now, my child would get the same experience from someone that they saw on TV or idolized or, you know, looked up to. And it's amazing now, being 20-something years later, these children are now adults. And they're coming back with the memories of, hey, we played lightsaber fights. You gave me a free bottle of water, or when I was thirsty, or, you know, just small little things like that I didn't see as, I just saw it as just being human to human. It really touched these children in a way where they've remembered that moment that they shared with me at the convention. And now 20 years later, they're an adult and they've got children of their own. And they're now bringing their kids up to come and meet me and, you know, sharing the experience with their children and stuff like that.
So I'll give you a story. It's almost the same thing. So I've been at the St. Augustine Pirate and Treasure Museum for 14 and a half, almost 15 years now.
Okay.
So in year 2 or 3, there was a family that came in and they had a daughter, and she was about 12 or 13 years old. So now we're going to jump ahead 8 or 9 years.
Okay.
And now she's 20, 21. And she got married in St. Augustine and made sure her parents invited me to the reception and the wedding and everything because she loved pirates and she loved Captain Mayhem. That's the same thing.
Yeah.
You make an impression on somebody.
Yeah.
And that's the joy and that's the energy you get out of it, right?
That's the power we have, you know, and the power of positivity and love, right? If you just spread it and sprinkle it, you know, everywhere, you never know where it will be felt and touched the most. And then, like you said, you've then been invited to a wedding, you know, many moons later.
Many moons later. And it was flattering. It really was. It's to realize that you get to, in your position as your character, you get to make such an impression on people that it's not just a 30-second impression to come up here and say hello to you. It's something that goes through their entire life.
It could be a lifetime. Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty good.
And so for me, you know, I still, I love coming out. I love Star Wars. I love talking Star Wars. I love talking to you know, people who share the same passion as me. And, you know, growing up in such a small island, I realized that it's a blessing to be able to be where I am today and sit behind a table and be able to have the opportunities I have. And every single time someone comes up to me and, you know, wants to meet me or even buy an autograph or whatever, they've taken the time to work hours, you know, overtime, you know, sacrifice time with their family to be able to save and choose to come and see me, you know. And for me, it's a huge honor, you know what I mean? That it's not just that they just hand them autograph coupons when they walk through the door. It's taken hours and days and sacrifices of months, you know, saving to come up and actually, you know, do the meet and greet with me. And, you know, I don't forget that, you know, every single moment. So.
Well, I think I have at least one of these left. This is the official coin for our podcast.
All right.
And that's our sign-off there at the end. At the end of every show, we say that. But there's Mandy and I, and Davey Longwood is in there.
All right.
The ship's wheel. There's a gift for you.
Thank you so much.
You're going to add it to your Star Wars collection, but I'm sure it won't take a number one spot there, but at least you can add it.
I will treasure it. You like that? I will treasure it.
I like that. Very good. Very good. Well, I'd like to thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Sincerely, thank you.
Thank you.
The celebrities that have given us their time to do this, it's been really wonderful, and to get to meet some of the people that we know from the screen. Thank you very much.
You know what? You're an easy person to talk to. So
well, that's good.
Makes it easier.
I'm glad you didn't stop it easy.
No, yeah. Well, you know, they say pirates. Let's give them a little bit of that whiskey.
Yeah, that's it.
So do we finish it with part of the podcast? Always part of the crew.
That's it. Always. Good job. Thank you, mate.